To make a quick video, I made one earlier about psychic attacks, and this kind of goes along with it because when you're let's just use the word possessed by these archons or demons, incubus, whatever you want to call them. If you've allowed these things into your system, and we all have. Let me just start this off by saying we all have these programs. We're all running these programs. So it's delusional to think that somehow you're separate and you're not being affected by this. So that's the first delusion we need to remove. Okay? Because our system, our society is in a state of delusion. And the only way out of this is, what is the bridge? What is the thing to bring us out of this? We could have some kind of catastrophe, and it could be total, annihilation. Everything has to start over. And we have to face, we polluted the planet, we did all these things, and we're having to start completely over. I believe that has happened to humanity many times. They talk about the biblical flood. They talk about, all these other disasters that happened. I mean, if you study any kind of ancient archaeology, there's evidence of cataclysms, that wiped out maybe most of the population. That's not where we're headed right now. We're not headed into another catastrophe like that. We're going through what people are calling the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening is different because it's not a judgment. It's not like the hand of God is going to come down and just smite us. It's going to happen from inside of ourselves. We're going to be brought to truth, to self-realization through love. Love is the bridge, this divine, godly energy that's coming in. If you listen to all these, psychic people or spiritual people or people who are talking about the event and all this thing, some of it's woo-woo bullcrap. A lot of it is probably part of the program to deceive people, to think that there's going to be some cataclysmic event come in. But it's going to be a loving event, because love is the ultimate transmuter. It's the ultimate, it's like when you have a reaction, you take chemistry class and you add a substance to a catalyst. So you could have two benign substances and you add them together and nothing happens. But when you add that catalyst, that little drop of something else, it transforms into a reaction. That's what love is. Love is that catalyst. It's a catalyzing agent because it comes from source itself. So it's the purest form of, it's not even really right to call it energy, but it's the purest form of God, quote unquote, that we can experience. So love, and I'm not talking about, I fell in love with the next door neighbor, or I fell in love with the boy at school or the girl at school. I'm talking about love itself, the actual stabilizing force that holds the universe together. That is the energy that's being pumped in. It's being added like a catalyst. And I know it's hard for people to understand this, but there are entities that exist on a higher level than us. I know we think we're the highest, right? We think we're so smart, but there's entities that are assisting with this catalyzation of this latent energy, this part of us that has been kept hidden. There are agents that are catalyzing it. Opposite of these demonic forces, right? The demonic forces want to keep us trapped in duality so they can feed. These higher level entities, they are trying to raise us up to their level or beyond even. And that's the potentiality that we're facing right now. And the way that that's going to be done, again, is through love. Love is the transmuter. It's going to transmute, our DNA. are, it's going to remove these thought forms and these impressions and these, like I said earlier, they call samskaras. Love is the only thing that can do all of that at the same time. You can go in and you can try to, go in with your mind and try to remove these things, and you might have some success. But love is the ultimate. It's kind of like, I was thinking, like, it's like, let's say we have to travel from Los Angeles to Baltimore. We could do it ourselves. We could just, get out on the road and start hoofing it. Maybe we'll get some rides. Maybe we get robbed. Maybe we'll get, end up sleeping in some truck stops and having a, rough time. But we could do it on our own. We could get there. But love would be like the Cessna coming in, and we get chauffeured from our house to the Cessna, and then we take a flight and are served a nice meal and maybe some cocktails. Maybe we have some nice conversation, and then we land in Baltimore and we get in the limo and it takes us to the hotel. They fluffed our bed and fluffed our sheets. We made the same trip, right? We traveled from Los Angeles to Baltimore, but we did it in the highest level possible. The highest way possible is love. Love will take us to our destination, and it will be the most, it'll just be a wonderful experience the whole way. The journey is as wonderful and as powerful as the destination when you're living in a state of love. That's what's being offered. That's what's happening right now. And I believe that that's this Trump administration is part of this Great Awakening. I think that these higher level entities are acting through the Trump administration. I think they're in, it's not collusion with the Russians, right? It's collusion with somebody much higher level. That's what I believe. And I think that the truth is going to be revealed, and we'll all know the truth. I can't even talk about this with my friends or family. They think I'm crazy. But we'll see, right? The truth will be in the results, and we'll just see what happens. All right.